Hi everyone. Today we are going to discuss the E-2 visa and whether or not loans can be used as the funds to invest in the E-2 business. We have clients come into the office frequently who are looking to use money they have borrowed from family, friends, maybe even the bank to use to invest in their E-2 business as part of the E-2 application process. So can this be done? Are there instances in which someone can use a loan to invest in their E-2 business? Yes. Are there scenarios in which one cannot use a loan to invest in their E-2 business? Yes. And we're going to get into that a bit today. Like I said, there's different scenarios, so always consult with an immigration attorney before applying for an E-2 investor's visa. My name is Dan Nast. I'm an immigration attorney with Orlando Visa Lawyer, which is an immigration law firm that provides services across the entire United States. And today we are going to discuss whether or not an E-2 investor can use loans to invest in their E-2 business. First, I want to start off with a brief recap of what an E-2 visa actually is. An E-2 visa is an investor's visa where someone can come to the United States and invest in their own U.S. business. Their spouse and children who are unmarried under the age of 21 can accompany them as dependents, and they can get a period of stay for up to 2 years at a time. The visa is good for 5 years at a time typically, and as long as the business keeps meeting the standards and the requirements, the E-2 investor can keep renewing the visa. And as part of this, there's many criteria for an E-2 visa. And one of the criterion is that the funds used to invest in the E-2 business must have come from a legitimate source. There are several different types of sources that can be used. Income, of course, is one. Gifts are another. And one that in some scenarios can be used and in some can't are loans. So let's quickly discuss how the basic setup of a loan, like under a very basic description of what a loan is. So when someone borrows money, they typically offer up something else as collateral for that loan. They say, hey, if I don't pay the money back, you can take my house. If I don't pay the money back, you can take my car, or some other type of property that that person owns. They put that property up as collateral for the loan. And there's even some loans that someone may be able to get that are called unsecured. It's where there's no collateral involved whatsoever. It's just a straight loan. For purposes of an E-2 investor's visa, it is possible to use a loan when the E-2 investor's personal property is the collateral. Like, the E-2 investor tells the person they borrow the money from, hey, if I don't pay the loan back, you can take my personal vehicle. You can take my personal property, my house, whatever they have put up that they own for to obtain the funds for that loan. So that's something that can work. And like I said, be sure to talk to an immigration attorney before applying for an E-2 visa because all scenarios are different. One scenario that's not going to work is if the E-2 investor uses the property of the E-2 business as collateral for the loan. So let's say the E-2 investor has purchased some restaurant equipment and says, hey, I'm going to put this equipment that my business owns up for collateral. That's not going to work. Or the E-2 investor maybe has purchased a vehicle for the business, a car or a truck, and they say, hey, I want to borrow some money to invest in my E-2 business. I am going to put this business vehicle up for collateral on this loan. That's not going to work because the property is owned by the E-2 business. So, like I said, there's lots of different scenarios that can play out here. Be sure to discuss this with an immigration attorney if you're thinking of applying for an E-2 visa. If you are thinking of applying for an E-2 visa, we handle these all the time. Be sure to contact us by phone, email us, contact us through WhatsApp. We can schedule a consultation with you and get you started on the E-2 visa process. Again, everyone, thanks for watching.